Let's take a journey through the 8 generations of Golf interiors, exploring how they've changed and what that says about the world around them. First generation, Mk1, 1974 to 1983. The practical revolution. The Mk1 Golf's interior was a masterclass in functional minimalism. Emerging from the rear-engined, air-cooled Beetle, the Mk1 was a revolutionary jump. It was front-engined, water-cooled, and hatchback-bodied, and the interior reflected this modernity and efficiency. The dashboard was a simple, single-piece, flat plastic molding. The instrument cluster was sparse, often just a large speedometer, a fuel gauge, and a few warning lights. The controls were tactile and logic-based, knobs and sliders for heating and ventilation. The emphasis was on utility and ease of use. This interior was a breath of fresh air in an era of often complex and unergonomic British car interiors. It was clean, bright, and surprisingly spacious for a car its size. The thin, A-pillars and large glass area contributed to a sense of airiness that modern cars struggle to replicate. Second generation, Mk2, 1983 to 1992. Maturation and comfort. While the Mk1 was about revolution, the Mk2 was about refinement. The interior, like the car itself, was slightly larger and felt more substantial. The dashboard became more integrated, curving slightly and feeling less like a separate piece of plastic. Instrumentation became more comprehensive, with a rev counter becoming standard on higher trim levels. The ergonomics were improved, with controls falling more easily to hand. Quality of materials also saw a jump. The Mk2 interior was a comfortable place to be, reflecting the fact that the Golf was starting to attract a wider, more family-oriented customer base. It felt built to last, a characteristic that would become a Volkswagen hallmark. Third generation, Mk3, 1991 to 1998, a step up in perceived quality. The Mk3 interior was a significant leap forward in terms of what's known in the industry as perceived quality. While the fundamental layout was similar to the Mk2, the materials felt much plusher. The dashboard top was soft-touch plastic, a premium feature at the time. This generation also introduced some key pieces of modern convenience that we take for granted today. Driver and passenger airbags became available, and eventually standard. Optional equipment like air conditioning and electric windows became more common. This was also the first generation to offer an integrated radio cassette player as standard, replacing the often aftermarket units of previous models. The Mk3 interior felt safe, sophisticated, and distinctly more modern. Fourth generation, Mk4, 1997 to 2004, the Audification and a benchmark. If there's one Golf interior that's universally praised, it's the Mk4. Ferdinand Piëch, Volkswagen's then CEO, was obsessed with quality, and he demanded an interior that would rival Audi's. And he got it. The Mk4 interior set a new benchmark for the class. The soft-touch plastics were everywhere. The build quality was rock solid. Switchgear operated with a satisfying, high-end click. The blue backlighting for the instruments and switches was iconic. This was also the generation that democratized premium features, a leather-wrapped steering wheel, wood or aluminum trim options, and a high-quality 6-disc CD changer. The Mk4 was the car that made you question why you'd pay more for a premium badge when you could have this level of quality in a Golf. It was an interior that punched above its weight. Fifth generation, Mk5, 2003 to 2009, a strategic shift and a touch of cost-cutting. The Mk4's interior was a tough act to follow, and the Mk5 represents a slightly controversial point in the Golf's evolution. Faced with rising manufacturing costs and stiff competition, Volkswagen was forced to make some compromises. While the fundamental ergonomics and design were sound, the materials, particularly on lower trim levels, felt like a small step backwards. The dashboard top was no longer soft-touch on all models. The switchgear, while functional, lacked the ultra-premium feel of the Mk4. However, the Mk5 interior was not a failure. It was still one of the best in its class, and it made strides in other areas. It offered more space, improved safety features, like standard ESP and a knee airbag, and advanced options like dual-zone climate control and a full-color satellite navigation system. The introduction of the DSG dual-clutch transmission also brought a new level of technology and smooth shifting to the mainstream. 6th generation, Mk6, 2008 to 2012, the return of quality and technological integration. The Mk6 was, in many ways, a Mk5.5. It used the same platform but featured updated exterior styling and, crucially, a revised interior. Stung by the criticism of the Mk5, Volkswagen made it a priority to restore the Golf's reputation for interior quality. The soft-touch plastics made a welcome return to the dashboard and door panels. The switchgear was refined. The seats were improved. In short, the Audification was back. This generation also began the era of touch screens. While optional at first, they became increasingly common. Connectivity options like Bluetooth and USB inputs also became standard. The Mk6 interior was a sophisticated, tech-integrated space that reaffirmed the Golf's status as the class leader. 7th generation, Mk7, 2012 to 2020, a quantum leap in digital integration. The Mk7 interior, much like the Mk1 and Mk4, was a landmark design. It embraced the digital revolution wholeheartedly. The center console was angled slightly towards the driver, emphasizing its focus. But the biggest news was the technology. This was the first Golf to offer the optional, active info display, a fully digital and customizable instrument cluster that replaced traditional analog dials. The infotainment system also became a central feature, with large, high-resolution touchscreens that supported Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Gesture control also made its appearance. This interior felt like a window into the future of automotive interfaces. It was clean, futuristic, and highly configurable. Safety also got a digital boost with options like adaptive cruise control and traffic jam assist. 8th generation, Mk8, 2019 present, the Digital Cockpit Pro. The current Mk8 interior is the most radical departure from Golf tradition yet. Volkswagen has moved away from physical buttons to an almost entirely touch-based interface. The Digital Cockpit Pro is now standard, and a large, floating infotainment screen dominates the center of the dashboard. The traditional heating and ventilation controls are gone, replaced by a slider touch panel below the screen. The head-up display is also an option. Connectivity is central, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This design has polarized opinions. Some praise its futuristic, minimalist feel and seamless integration. Others find it confusing and counterintuitive to use while driving. What's clear is that the Mk8 interior is a bold statement about Volkswagen's future, a future that is electric, connected, and software-driven. It's a cockpit that anticipates the autonomous and semi-autonomous technologies that are just around the corner. A look back at the evolution, from knobs to touches, from steel to software. Looking back at the 8 generations of Golf interiors, the trajectory is clear, a relentless march towards more digital integration, more configuration, and less reliance on physical controls. This journey is also a microcosm of the changes we've seen in our lives. In 1974, a car interior was about mechanical inputs and simple outputs. Today, it's about software, connectivity, and data. We've moved from turning a knob to adjust the volume to swiping a finger, from looking at a needle to interpret speed to seeing a digital display that can also show navigation or vehicle status. This evolution is not just about technology. It's also about a shifting of the boundary between human and machine. In the Mk1, you were very much in charge. You made the decisions. Today, the car is a partner, offering suggestions, predicting your needs, and, in some cases, taking the wheel. The Golf interior is a powerful reminder that our cars are not just machines that transport us from A to B. They are intimate spaces, reflecting our values, our technologies, and our very human nature. The evolution of the Golf interior is a mirror to our own evolution.